It's time to harvest and cook blue oyster mushrooms again. This is crop number 2. Today is Friday, September 24th, 2021. And here is our second crop of blue oyster mushrooms. You can see they've come in quite nicely. So we're going to pick these guys off and work on them a bit. Ta-da! So there's what they look like. And I'll leave them right there just for a second while I put this back and get it set up for round number 3, which hopefully will happen in the next few weeks. So here are our mushrooms. So I think what we're going to do is separate these mushrooms and cook them up. But I'm not going to cut them up so small. Last time I cut them into really small pieces, and I think I cut them too small. I didn't like the way I did that. These ones definitely have a more mushroomy kind of smell. I can smell them already. The size of that one. That's a big mushroom. Okay, so we'll cut him up a bit. And here's some little baby mushrooms. So we'll separate those out, cook them up. I'm going to make another omelet, but this time I'm going to try to get more flavor out of the mushrooms. Wasn't super happy with how that came out the first time. Hopefully we'll do a little better this time. Mushroom. And these mushrooms look and smell a little more mushroomy than the first batch. So as you can see, we got quite a number of them, and this is going to make quite a big omelet, I hope. And I also found a new cooking technique for cooking mushrooms that I'm going to try on these guys. And hopefully that'll produce some better results. So I'm just pulling off some of this bark. I think it's probably edible, I'm not sure. Mushrooms. So as you can see, we've got quite a few of them this time. Got a nice crop of them. And I'm just tearing them off by hand so that they're nice, edible. Well, I think that, I don't know. When they cook down, they shrink. So I don't want to make them too small because then they shrink down usually. And this guy, there's a pair of mushrooms there. Okay. So I'm just separating them out here. And we've got one more little cluster to work on. I think we'll save these little guys too. Yeah, you know what? They're kind of cute. They're definitely more colorful this time than they were the first time. They have a moderate aroma of mushrooms this time. I thought the first time the aroma was almost non-existent. See, these are big. They do smell like mushrooms. And if the new cooking process works, then we should get some nice stuff. So there's a whole big nice mushroom. I'm going to cut them in half, I think. The big ones I'm going to cut down just a little bit. So there's that. And yeah, I think we're going to salvage these guys too. These teeny little ones here. I think they're okay. Okay, there's that. And, you know, when you cook them, they do cook down quite a bit. All right, so actually, I think I'm just going to trim them a bit, but I'm going to try to trim them, maybe cook them like that. So I'm going to trim off some of that bark. And they do have a different feel to them. These ones are spongier than the last ones for sure. Okay. That one's, I think this is too big, so I'm going to cut that in half. I think it would be unpleasant to try to eat something that large. So we're just cleaning them up a bit here. I'm going to cut that one in half also. Okay. But I'm just cutting off just a little bit of that stemmy part. Now I've been told I think it can be eaten, but I just think it'd be too much. It's just the two of us, and I'm going to make some omelets, and I'm afraid it would be too much to eat. But I'm trying to keep the the mushrooms as intact as I can. So hopefully during the cooking process they won't change too much. We're just about done here. Just gonna clean up a couple more of these, and that's that.